Alright, welcome back everybody. We're joined by Wheat and Bird. Congrats on this game, guys.
Thank you very much.
How are you feeling after that win? Taking it the last minute, that was pretty close.
Yeah, very close. We were just shouting on the Discord, kill this hero, kill this one, kill this one. It was a pretty intense moment
Yep.
because we were also thinking that we were going to Grassland 100% like the other match,
Yeah.
but we managed to take the win, so GG.
Yeah, absolutely great game there. What about you, Bird? You have fun in that one?
Oh my man, it's like we are all nervous, all screaming on the Discord, focus the hero, focus the hero, focus the hero. But at least yeah, we get the win, so we are very happy, bro. To be
Yeah.
honest, we work very hard these last weeks to get this satisfaction. So
That's
that's
good.
the point.
Yeah. Yeah, sounds really good. And Wheats, I gotta give you credits for actually carrying the team at MVP in both games. That must be pretty good.
Well, I have to say that all the leadership I kill it because my team creates the space with the shields, with the stalwarts, with the maidens, with everything. So I can do my job with the Sifonaroi and the Senji. So all credit
Nice.
to them and to every single member of my team, even if they didn't play the match.
Nice, nice.
Is there any particular players you want to like give big shout outs to that you thought, all right, this guy's really putting in the work for the team here?
I would say literally everyone. Obviously,
All right,
there's
this
some
guy
players
gave us the cop out.
obviously there's some players that always perform better because individually are very good, like Stebros Apps, Stebros Vir. Everyone has his role in the team. Some members kill a lot of units, some members give crucial calls that make the team win the game even if they are on the bottom of the ranking at the end of the game. We have the branch of racing that lead us to not lose 800 leadership or so, even if they kill 10 units. So I would say literally everyone.
All right. True. Then, Bird, what about your team captains? How do you enjoy the prep that they've been doing for your games?
The work of my team captain, you mean?
Yeah, yeah.
Bro, we work a lot together, with me, making the strat, making everything. I'm the leader of a state pro squad, so I talk with my guys every day to. It's like if your leader, your team captain work a lot in this, and you don't give him the value. It's like, in my opinion, if you don't want to work hard, is you can be part of this. So all the Cerberus squad work very hard, and that's all.
And
Oh,
it
man.
definitely pays off. And I gotta say, like, this Step Bro squad, I like that you mentioned it, because you guys were playing insanely aggressive, especially last week, couple of guys, even on the breach, which got destroyed and you guys fell down. But what is it that makes you guys so good together?
I don't know, bro. To be honest, we are like some of our members play like in season 7, but another members, for example, Swite, Tekas, Gorilok, and these guys join us in the last season of CBR, so CB Rivals.
Yep.
And I don't know, bro. The most important part, in my opinion, is the communication we have between us. And like if you play 1000 Siege with the same person, when I go, I know what Swipe, for example, gonna do. I know what Banana gonna do. I know what Oops gonna do. So that's the key, in my opinion. Like I know all my guys what they gonna do in our battle,
Nice.
And yeah, that's all.
Sounds good. Sounds like a perfect strategy then. Now, then the next thing is, of course, you got the finals next week, right? We're gonna find out against who. It will be Alino Mermi or Chocolate Goblin. So we're very curious to know what you think about those teams, but then also you're guaranteed now Feudal Division. So how do you feel about that?
We are very happy to get in the feudal to have better fights or level.
Mm-hmm.
We're expecting to get better. If you want to get better, you need to fight against the best. So this is the way. And what was the other question? Sorry. About the other teams on the final. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
Aliyana Mermi and Chocolate Goblins. I think both teams are very good in their way. I don't know which team will be the hardest to beat, but I think Chocolate Goblin overall has more individual skill, and also they manage the gap very good.
Mm-hmm.
And Legend Mermi, they go full melee, super aggressive. They jump behind the heroes every time. Behind, they jump on the Senji, on the Sifos. It's a very uncomfortable team to play against. And well, we expecting a very good match against any of these two teams.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely would be. So, what are your expectations for the next match? Who do you think is going to win it and play against you in the finals?
You don't want
To
to
be
see.
honest, I think Alagina Mermi gonna win.
Yeah. Why do you think that is?
Because I play with these guys 2 seasons.
Nice.
I know them, all the people in the team. I really love these guys, and I know how they play, and he take this too serious. So in my opinion, Alagina Mermi gonna win. I mean, they win already 2-0 against Chocolate Goblins. And I think they can do another time. And most in this situation is like it's final, bro. They need to do the best of the team, and I think these guys gonna do that for sure.
All right. Sounds like solid reasoning there. What about you, Wheat?
I'm the kind of guy that says that anything can happen, but I hear that Chocolate Goblins are having a little bit problems on membership also.
Yep.
There are not enough players. There are people getting the game, so I trust a little bit more in Aliyana Mermi that are staying together, that are staying as a group, and they are screaming a lot. And yeah, I think Aliyana Mermi will take the match. I don't know if 2-0 or 2-1, but I think they will take it.
Interesting. All right. Then my last question, unless you got another one as well, Grease or Saki?
Shoot your question, yeah. No,
Yeah, alright. More specifically about the BEPS says, well, actually, you guys have to play on it next week as well, so you may not want to spoil your oldest threats. But what would you like to share about the map, like in terms of whether it's attack or defense favorite? Because you guys have been winning both sides now 2 times.
Personally, I don't know what Beer thinks, but personally, I think. If you attack, you want to use Falconetti. So as a defender, you need to want Falconetti because it's a unit that can put a lot of pressure on the wall, final point. And that's it. And I don't want to leak anymore more weakness.
Yeah, me too.
I get it.
Next week we can talk. Whatever you want. But yeah.
That's good. I like it. It shows that you definitely want to win next week as well. Like just getting feudal is not enough, right? You want to win the whole Rustic division, so it makes sense.
Of course. We are a very competitive team, and we want to take the final and the first place.
All right, excellent. All right, Saki or Greece, you guys got any last question?
Yeah,
No,
I got some questions
Yeah, go ahead.
for who did you scream in the last couple of weeks? I mean, who did you manage to scream? Because finding a scream was a bit hard than during the season.
Actually, I don't remember. I deleted the event. Do you remember, Bridget? I think no beaches.
Yeah, no beaches.
No beaches. Aliyana Mermi.
Alagina Mermi as well. And
And that's it, I think, no?
Yeah. Like we scream a lot against no pitches, bro. It's like
Yeah.
3 or 4 screams we did it against these guys,
Mm.
against no pitches.
Yeah, because I saw some similarities between the two teams. So that's why I was asking to actually validate my my thinking. No. I was talking
Is,
with my guys in the team that it's most like no pitches. You know, it, you look like them when playing in the yeah.
Thanks, bro.
I think it's just what do you say? It's just a coincidence because we didn't receive any feedback from them. We didn't like copy them strats or something. We just
Yeah,
worked in our team.
To be honest, bro, when we scream against one team, we never do our strat, our relay strat. It's like to prove something, you know? I mean, if I'm not secure, pushing on this side are better to push off this side, you know, I wanna push in the screen to the wrong side to see what happened, you know?
Of course,
Like
of
make the
course. On the screen,
possibilities.
you're testing things. Of
Yeah,
course.
yeah, yeah. That's the point. That's the point.
On the scrims we never did the same attack once. We tested a lot of shit and then on the match we give our best.
Yep. All right. That's good. Any from you, Saki?
I mean, this is sort of like a little bit of a callback to earlier. I'm like, man, I think the NA team's gonna win. Why are you hating on NA so much? Come on.
It's not hate. I
I know,
kind
I know.
of it's from my perspective. Sorry, it's just my perception. So that's it. It's not hate.
I know. I think everyone
Too
knows
many
it.
good players on NA, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's definitely a lot of good players. I mean, also looking really forward to Pondegard. Pondegard would buy, and have also been saying that they would definitely want to like prep really well for next season. So it would be kind of fun to have a second NA team in the first division. So who knows? We'll also see. I think even Chocolate Goblin were surprised last week that they won against Endgegner. Both teams apparently, as you said, Weed's having trouble finding the players and having them motivated. So maybe now that they actually made it to semifinals and have a bigger chance of going to Field Division, maybe now the motivation is a bit bigger. So very curious to see how they do that today. We'll find out later. All right. Any last things you want to say before we get our preps going for this next match?
It's for me. Thank you very much to the organization as always. It's very hard to organize everything. So thank you very much for this and for your time watching the matches and enjoying the game. That's it. GG everyone. GG the Gumfaction. They deserve better, to be honest. I thought at the first of the season they were going to be in the finals, but they face up a really strong team and a family. We are a family. We work a lot together. So GG to Conquerors and thank you everyone. That's it.
yeah, the same, bro. Thank you to everybody and GG for.
Nice. All right,
Me from Paella.
Yeah, thank you all so much.
Paella.
Yeah.
GGs.
If you want to say something in Spanish, now is your chance. Saki might
Viva
get it.
España!
Yeah. There you go. All right, thank you guys so much for joining. We'll be seeing you next week as well. That'll be really good.
Let me say something else in Spanish.
Oh yeah, go ahead. Sure.
For the viewers that support us on the chat, gracias a todos. Os he visto animar allí en el chat. Gracias a todos los que habéis estado. Os leo y se agradece el apoyo. Muchas gracias.
Gracias a tú. Thank you very much.
Thank
Thank you very
Bye
That
much.
was my
bye.
best Spanish. See you guys later.
See ya, guys.
Peace,
Bye-bye.
peace.